Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I have seen this all over social media, and this is the purple one. It's supposed to be a little bit sparkly too. Hello and welcome to the Spoonie Stitcher channel. I'm Shannon the Spoonie Stitcher. You're inside the Stitchery and I'm so happy you're here today. A Spoonie is someone who has a chronic illness, and a Stitcher is somebody who makes art with textiles. This channel is all about creativity. Anything that makes you just feel happy and creative, that's what I'm all about over here. I also test products, I do tutorials, and of course, I try new things. I love trying new things. It's a lot of fun. So if you feel like this is your kind of community, please hit the subscribe button and like this video and be part of the wonderful Yarn Zebra family. So I already did a review on the original icord maker, and this is like 2.0. This one is going to be hands-free, so no weights that you have to use to control the yarn. It's got 3 different speeds. It's supposed to prevent like tangles, and it's supposed to be quicker, which is really nice. Now, I did find out that Caydo also makes this, which if you have the first version of your icord maker and you love it, but you don't love the fact that you have to babysit it because you have to keep moving the weights, this little contraption, you don't have to do that anymore. Isn't that cool? I have links to everything down below. Just check it out in the description box. There should be a code for you as well. So thanks for watching this video.
Other manual icord makers can be time consuming. They can cause you wrist and arm pain from all the cranking of the handle. They can result in uneven icords, and they can even be difficult to use. The Caydo Automatic icord Maker comes with a lot of cool features, including beginner-friendly tutorials. It's 6 times faster than a manual icord maker, and it has 3 speeds, which you can choose from. It's also considered the world's fastest icord maker. It can make an icord with many different kinds of yarn. However, there are some yarns that they consider unsuitable for this kind of machine, such as cotton blends, fluffy yarn, extremely bulky yarn, yarn with holes in it. Yarn with hole means the tubular yarn, so think like the Woobles yarn, don't do that. And yarn that is too fine, like crochet thread. The best yarns to use are a 2-weight, a 3-weight, and a 4-weight. So anything from a sport weight all the way to an airing weight. At the moment, it comes in 2 colors, the blue and white version, and the new pretty lavender version, which is the one I have, and I'm going to unbox and show you today. They have high efficiency, they're hands-free, it's a very even icord, and it's relaxing to use. You don't have to babysit it.
Let's go unbox the Automatic icord Machine. This is the Caydo Knitwit Automatic icord Machine, and hopefully it's this pretty purple. I got to pick my color, so hopefully I got purple. Here's our little instruction booklet. Our tools. And this is our machine. Oh. Okay, there's something in there. It's the purple one. Isn't she pretty? Wait a minute. There's glue everywhere. Well, maybe it'll still work. Here's the little spinner. This is, oh yes, our trial yarns. They always send you yarns to try your machine out with, which is very nice. Okay, now, where does this plug in? Should be pretty easy to find. Not on this side. There it is. Okay, well, there may be glue everywhere, but looks like it still works. Going to read the manual, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is how to put together the automatic I-Cord machine. So it comes like this. And then this piece right here, that's where this piece goes. You need to align this notch with that little hole. Like that. And you're gonna need a screw from your little kit here. Comes with tiny screws. Screw and comes with a screwdriver. How nice. We're gonna put the little screw down there and put it into place. Seems good to me. Okay, so you lift this up. Look for the little notch, drape your yarn with your tail facing the machine and your working yarn facing away from it. Then close it like that. And your working yarn over here. Then you're gonna take your nook, that's this thing, comes with the kit, and it's gonna go backwards through the machine, and there's no room, so you have to pull the yarn out, like so. Then, at the back of the machine, we lift up this little thing right here, and in between the two wheels, we set the yarn, like so, okay? Make sure that our yarn is in weeding position, and it is, okay? So this thing is down, so that means it's ready to go. Pull a little bit, make sure it's taut, okay? Make sure our machine is off, and make sure all our little prongs are open. Loop it under the top one and skip the second one as you crank the thing towards the knit direction, and loop it over the third one. Miss the fourth one. Now, okay. You know what? You're not a good prong to start with, so let's not use you. They're not closing. Okay. Missed the first one. No. Okay, grab the first one. Skip the second one. Oh, it had it. Come on. There we go. Sometimes it needs help. I saw a really good trick where someone started with this part. So they just go through the hole already. Also, apparently if your shield is in this position, it's the best way to cast on. So I'm gonna do it that way. And then we take our little nook and we thread it. And then remember, we're gonna put it through the machine backwards. So we're gonna put it through the hole here. Whoops, missing all of this yarn. I mean, all the hooks. And then I'm gonna take the yarn off. There we go. And we're gonna lift this part to place the yarn in between the two. And let that go there. And make sure that's in the on position. Yep, okay, good. All right. Now then, you lift this, now that this is already taut, and then you can go in that little notch. That's so much easier. Now then, make sure all of these are open. This is the part that I always struggle with. Anyway, you make sure all of these are open. And you take your little nook and you miss this one, catch this one, and wrap around this one. And then you pull that tight. Okay. And apparently that's all I need to do. I hope so. Okay. Make sure that's on knit. Okay. I hope that holds on. All right. One. And you pull this until the I-cord comes through. And when the I-cord comes through, then you can let go. Please work. Oh, I think I see something. Yay! We did it! It's a little funky, but that's okay. Wish I knew how to not waste so much tail. It's a learning process, though. Can you see? So let's go a little bit faster on setting 2. So this is basically done. I'm just going to release this, move this out of the hole, and now we need to free this cord. So we need to close all of these. Let's see if we can just kind of turn this until they release. There we go. Okay, now we lift this up and gently pull to release. There we go. Now we've got 4 loops, like so. Uh-oh. Oops. I pulled one a little too much, but that's okay. We still have 4 loops, so we're good. Now they gave us a needle in our kit, but of course you can use anything you like. You can even use this if you want to. You just put all of the loops on the needle, like this, and pull through. And you can just go in and out, make it neater if you want to. You can even weave in the tail. And snip off the end. There you go. Nice long I-cord. And you can do whatever project you want now. So that is how to use the I-cord maker. Okay, now that we know how to make an I-cord, what should we do with it? What's so great about an I-cord? What can you do with it? Well, you can use it as a drawstring, you can make a belt, you can use it as a purse handle. There are so many things you can do with it with clothing, but you can also use it for sculpture. So I didn't try this myself, but I wanted to, but I just didn't have time. But you can put wire inside the I-cord and make stuff like this. Also, people can crochet with I-cords. Let's try to crochet with an I-cord. Let's see how that goes. How much yarn is it going to take? Because I have a feeling I'm going to run out of yarn. That's my prediction. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
So I saw Pink Sheep Design showing the Chunky Boy tote bag on her Instagram, and so I thought that would be a really fun project to try. However, before I actually bought the pattern, I wanted to see if I'd have enough yarn. I used one skein of Big Twist yarn, and this is as far as I got. So maybe that project is for another day. However, if you have enough yarn, this is a great project to make with an I-cord.
I used an entire skein and I didn't have enough to even complete the bottom of this little bag I was trying to make. So it takes a lot of yarn. But you can do this. I've seen Pink Sheep Designs do this. I've seen TL Yarn Crafts do this. You can crochet with an I-cord, with a big hook. It's really cool. You can also do yarn painting. That's where you take the yarn and you strategically place it on something and then you glue it. It's really, really neat. So you can do that with your I-cords as well. So many possibilities. Sorry this video is getting out so late, but I still snuck it in there before Mother's Day. So, you know, would your mother like one? I have 2 links for you. You can either go to Caydo's shop on their official site, or you can go through Amazon through my shop and order there. Some of you don't live in foreign countries and you don't want to deal with the taxes and everything. I totally understand. That's why the Amazon link is there for you as well. Either place, you can grab one of these for yourself. Thank you so much to Caydo for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love my I-cord maker. It's so much fun. Caydo makes the best stuff. And I've got one more product that I'm going to review for you very soon that they made. And this one is one of my new best friends. Remember, life happens, yarn helps, and spoonies can stitch it up too. Bye!